and thanks to Derek for the invitation here today. I purposely disregarded the questions that you sent to us because I want to focus on the idea, the full title of today's conference, which is New Politics and Policy in the City. And I just want to read a brief extract from the Local Government, Mayor and Regional Authority of Dublin Bill 2010, which sets out that the ultimate objective of the bill is to provide for a directly elected Mayor of Dublin who can lead the development of Dublin in becoming a city region which talks about having a healthy local democracy, a city region which is an attractive place to live, with compact urban development of sustainable communities set within high quality, well protected environment, providing the accommodation, transport, water services and waste infrastructure necessary to meet the city's current and future needs. Now, whether that's true, the current system that we have of local governance, or it's true a newly directed elected mayor, that does require new politics. Because in this country, what we have right now at national and local level is failed politics. It is. Every party who is at the national table, executive cabinet table over recent years, and at local government level have failed in this country to, I think, govern in the interest of the majority. So in my 2 years as a councillor in the north side of Dublin for People for Profit, I can tell you that this council manager role, relationship that we have, and I've been doing a bit of reading just in the run up to this, isn't a partnership model. It's very adversarial. It really is. The balance between the executive functions and the reserve functions have tilted so far in favour of the executive that in the 2 years that I've been a councillor, you're trying to navigate your way through to find out what can we actually do. So I'm on the Arts SPC, I sit on the Housing SPC as a non-member, and you think that in those different fora you would have the opportunity to actually have an impact on policy. But all you get back, particularly in the Housing Strategic Policy Committee, is that no, we're not going to do that. It contravenes national legislation in relation to the new Rebuilding Ireland Housing Action Plan, which doesn't make any sense to me. It's a very weak excuse. But more importantly, I just want to use this one example because it's a major feature right now with the homelessness crisis that we have and the acute shortage of housing supply in the city of Dublin that leads to over 2,000 children currently living in temporary emergency accommodation. And that is the Housing Land Initiative. It's a major public-private partnership that Dublin City Council management have concocted, that they're going to use public land to hand it over to private developers, and in return we may get something towards 30% social and affordable. Now, in no way, shape or form are we consulted in a meaningful fashion in the relation of the drafting of that feasibility study. They consulted entirely with the market. It's been the first issue that I've actually had to submit freedom of information requests because the former, as he is now, housing exec, Dick Brady, in one of the housing SPCs, I asked for information several times over several months, wouldn't give it, and Alex Flynn, a councillor, a colleague of mine, said, is it going to take us to actually go off and submit a FOI? And he goes, go ahead, councillor, do your best. Right. Now, I think at that level, whether we have, and I think superficially a lot of people look at that and they think the idea of a direct elected mayor would be a lot better than what we have right now. But I don't think it'll work unless we have a complete transformation of the political landscape in this country. Thank you.